Sloths in the Chobo Team League. And this game was played between Vinah and Vinah playing for Team Bear Sloths and PharoahRoche playing for All Inspiration. Played on Daedalus Point, Zerg versus Zerg, Gold League match. And PharoahRoche is playing under an account named Protoss, but he's known as PharoahRoche at least within the official Chobo Team League setups. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Chobo Team League, it is in fact a league of players anywhere from bronze all the way up to diamond, where we get together, have fun, and play some good games. The games can be played anytime during the week between all of the players. And in general, it's a pretty fun place to be and a pretty fun thing to cast. So, spawning in the lower right here on Daedalus Point, we have Vinah, playing under a tag of IGNTN, but playing for Team Bear Sloths. And playing up here in the upper left, playing as a character named Protoss, we have PharoahRoche, playing under a team listing of All In, but in fact playing for... Oh, that actually is the correct one for All Inspiration. Okay. Anyway, no early pools from anyone. Overlord's headed across the map. You pool first out of both players at almost identical timings. So far, it's looking pretty mirrored for that mirror matchup, except that Vinah is taking gas, and our player listed as Protoss, who I'll refer to as Roche, because that's short enough and close to his name, is not yet taking gas. Roche does take his gas just as his expansion hatchery goes down. And Vinah's expansion is just a little slower, as you might expect, as he has been collecting that gas. First Queen also mildly delayed for the same reason. Vinah's first two lings start hopping across the map. And Roche's first two lings, about the same timing, also heading across. Gonna pass without seeing each other, so they're both probably gonna get some decent scouting done. Vinah has a good number of lings already there to defend, and already has a Baneling nest going down. His speed about 3/4 done. That'll be about another 40 seconds. But he does lose an Overlord to a Queen across the map, supply blocking him for a moment. In the meantime, Roche is getting out a number of lings and sending them back down to defend that ramp from any early aggression. That is a very large number of lings we're seeing from Vinah this early. So I'm suspecting some pretty heavy early aggression. Especially with that heady lead on speed, he would probably be very well served by attacking, and there he goes. Lings and Banes for Roche already out there. I haven't morphed any Banes. Loses a number of those Lings to one or two Banes, and finds another Baneling waiting up the ramp and decides it's better to head back for the moment. Few Lings trying to take down some Banes do actually succeed at getting a Bane. And there's this little engagement in the middle of the map, just Lings trading for Lings for the most part. Banelings being a little bit too slow to really get in on the fight. Another Baneling being defused properly by Vinah. So Vinah's first roaches have arrived, and in very good time to chase back the Ling things of Roche, who ended up with a much superior Ling number after that first Baneling hit. No Roach Warren yet for her Roche, just going entirely with Lings and starting the upgrade. Vinah throwing down a few spine crawlers at the front while he takes time to build more roaches. Roche morphing in a few more Banelings. Ling scouting for third base timing as he throws down his third base. No third base yet for Vinah, as he mostly seems concentrated on massing roaches. Clean chasing back an Overlord over here. That dude won't get it, but at the very least preventing more scouting information. Now we see Roche morphing in a lair, as well as that third base that's almost completed. Still no third base or lair or anything like that for Vinah, just two bases and roaches. But at this point, Roche has a heavily superior economy, but Lings don't really fare all that well against roaches. So it's tough to say who's really in the lead at this point. The supply is pretty equal, but it's mostly army for Vinah and mostly economy for Roche. Yet, Vinah chooses not to attack with his massive number of roaches, instead just holding them at the front of his base. Not sure if he's waiting for that +1 attack timing, or be about time to move out if he was, though. Spire now on the way for Roche, as well as a ton more Lings. Both players content to just build up what they're building at this point, by the look of things. it looks like Vinah's decided it's time to move out. At the very least, just taking down those few lings hanging out at his future third location. While at the same time, an overseer looks like it might actually get taken out by this queen, not being microed, so... Yep, that's one lost overseer. They explode so nice. So those roaches are starting to head out alone? Well, not really. Preventing scouting information again. 13 mutalisks now on the way, and a roach warren finally being added on the other side of the map for Roche. Lings being active in the center of the map, but just kind of running around and making sure that they know what's going on. More mutalisks already on the way for Roche as these roaches for Vinah start moving out. That's a lot of mutalisks. There's absolutely no answer for the mutalisks other than the fact that roaches don't die very fast to them. So as these roaches stream across the map to try to get something done, really not looking very good for Vinah, except that rather than go for the counterattack like he should, all these lings are attacking into these roaches. These roaches are going to be able to take this engagement even with the mutalisk fire. Well, there was actually just a few too many mutalisks, and Vinah taps out.